Hello, welcome to episode 7 of the weekly pregame, the weekend pregame, weekly pregame, the weekly weekend pregame. We'll go with that.
That intro is going to give me nightmares.
You're welcome.
Never be able to watch Mean Girls again.
I think Wookie's face is like just perfect. That photo of Wookie is perfect for that last bit there.
I just want to know why you photoshopped my head on my real body. It's just.
Good night, folks.
Oh. So yeah, we've had. You know what? I don't know why, but it feels like it's been a fairly long week. It feels like it's been 2 weeks since we've done this show. There's a lot we could talk about. I've got topics with Bud Light. Well, I want to talk more about boycotts and just the general idea and if we think they're even doing anything. And Elon Musk saying some interesting things this week, and just kind of whatever comes up. There was something about a submarine. But anyways, let's meet the panel. Wookie, how you doing this week?
I'm doing excellent. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 4. You will not catch me on a sub going to go see the Titanic. I'll just watch the movie. But other than that, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back here. I always laugh my ass off here on Thursday night, so I hope everybody else does too.
Steve, how you doing today?
Pretty good. It's been a stressful week. It's been really long.
That sounds exciting. Aren't you glad it's Thursday? One day left to go.
I got a meeting at 7:30 in Scottsdale tomorrow morning, so I still got to work. Normally I cut out. Well, today's normally my Friday.
a lot of people work on Fridays. So especially when you're out of town. Duke Devil 95. What's up, Bradley?
Not much. Doing okay. Made the mistake of watching Secret Invasion because I said I was going to do a review, and I can't. I mean, I felt like ass yesterday. Now I just can't get up any passion to it. It's just, that's it. That's the review.
So
I wonder how many views I'll get.
I watched it this afternoon, and it wasn't god awful terrible, and it definitely wasn't great.
That's what I mean.
It was just whatever. The spook comments, I don't even know.
Oh, I got lots of talk on that one.
You can't say that, but I can. You know what? That's a very bad game to play. But anyways, Mr. Fractured Filtered, how are you doing today?
I am doing pretty fantastic. It's my Sunday, but can't think of any better way to spend it than with you lot to discuss the also lovely topics of the week. Because like you said, we've got enough of them to go around. So looking forward to it.
And then today's special guest, we are joined by the one, the only, the Joker voice. How are you today, sir?
Oh, if I was any more amazing, I'd be illegal. I am in 4 states. But yeah, so like what said earlier, that was just a big pile of meh. I'm watching Marvel's version of Andor, a boring spy show. But
With
really,
missing plot threads and everything too.
no, there's that, and Mr. Jackson decided to open his mouth off script, and you heard all that, right, Bradley?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which basically
is broken.
Oh, the Brie Larson
Which
stuff.
basically it not just sabotaged his show, it sabotaged her film, which was already in a bad spot. So
yeah, that was already on rocks.
Good job, Sam.
They're just trying to make sure they meet their ESG scores and everything. That's all.
Well, and considering all the shakeups that have been going on at Disney the last week, holy shitballs.
Well, they got that low bar to meet with the Flash opening. They got to go below that.
We might get that with Marvels.
Well, yeah. I think they did with Elementals. What's up, Jacob?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm doing background stuff. I forgot.
This guy.
I forgot to give.
And also last week I launched my new shirt design for a limited time, going through the 15th of next month. The all proceeds are going to the Stuttering Foundation of America. Link is in the description. Check it out. Grab yourself some Joker merch.
I've got the link in the description over here on my channel as well. So I actually wore my shirt yesterday.
Nice.
I went with the green one.
Nice.
I was going to put mine on, but I don't want to make Joker too happy.
Wow. Thanks.
So one of the things I want to talk about came up just, I believe it was yesterday. Elon Musk said something pretty interesting. He challenged Mark Zuckerberg to a cage match.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Oh yeah.
All right, I like it.
Let's do it.
Let's get the pool going.
I didn't pull up. I didn't save any of these tweets or anything, but Zuckerberg replied on Instagram saying time and place. Like so, like
oh yeah, the Octagon. And he said the Octagon in Las Vegas.
Yeah, apparently this is happening.
Have you seen what Zuck's been doing?
Yeah, he's been training.
Yeah.
I believe a little bit of the Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't seen Musk in a while. I don't know if he's still flabby or what.
Sam?
I don't know either. I have no idea. I honestly, just because of what just from what I've known, I think Zuckerberg has got this demolished.
Well, he's also an android. I mean, he
unfair
clearly
advantage.
From the next generation. He's a soon type android. He's Mr. Data.
I watched a video where he got choked out, and it was like a reverse arm bar, and the guy flipped it over and choked him out with it.
Damn.
Yeah, so he's been practicing, but I don't think he's that great. Now, Lord knows what Elon Musk has been doing. He's probably just going to put a Neuralink in and just paralyze him. But somebody said Elon's put on like 20 pounds of muscle. I mean, he wasn't looking that bad when he carried the sink in.
I don't care. Both those guys with their shirts off, this entire fucking country's going to go blind.
Oh, no. You
haven't seen Zuck lately.
They are pasty. They are pasty. Like, they make me look tan.
You hear that?
Hear what? Oh, is that what I thought it was? Is that like a fart in the can?
That's a dog.
I was gonna say that's a dog in the background.
Hold on.
I thought he pre-show he was showing off all his new sound effects, and he had a cornucopia of farts.
No,
So let me bring up. Oh, what do we want to talk about? Oh, you know what? I saw this earlier this week. As a matter of fact, it might have been like right after we finished the last show. And I was like, this just so perfectly represents so much of what's going on.
Oh, boy.
Well, give me a moment here. I'm pulling it up. Share screen. Okay.
I just
Yeah.
I just want to take the moment to say hello to everyone in the chat from here and my channel as well. What's up, folks?
Yeah, I got both of the chats up myself too to keep an eye on.
Yes, hello everyone. We do have Boosh McFadden.
Yep.
Jacob Ironside. I heard
Yep.
Joker saying hi to him earlier.
Bubba.
Samuel the Infamous. Is it Samuel or Sam? I don't know.
Samael.
Samael.
Yes. Great
And
channel
then
too.
Geek Hero Bubba.
Bubba.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. So we've got this video here. I'll just
Fat
go ahead.
Steven. What's up, Fat Steven? Hello. Wow. We got high class here, guys.
Hello, Fat Steven. I watch his streams in the morning sometimes when I catch him.
Nice.
So this is just kind of like, I don't know. I saw this and I died laughing. This is a woman in a army training.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh, this is
Oh,
gonna
no.
end. It's not
I
gonna
don't
end
feel
well.
good.
This is
I-
gonna be bad.
Oh, I've seen that.
I already know where this is going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, come on! If that dude steamrolled another dude, would they have pulled him off that quickly?
That's
Come
what
on.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
Come
what I'm
on.
saying. Like, if that was another dude, would they
Oops.
have stopped that?
Well,
No,
that's
they wouldn't
actually
have.
inequality. The fact they pulled him off.
Right.
They should. If
Yeah.
Right. If it was a dude, he'd just stand there beating her. That's discrimination right there. That's sexist. The guy's saving her. They don't believe in equality.
Agreed.
If
I
we all
don't.
believe in equality, we'd let her get beaten by the guy.
Right.
That's what would happen.
Yeah, right.
So
A lesson
then-
must be learned.
So then I think it's fair to say that everyone on the panel here does not believe in equality then.
No.
Equal
No.
rights, equal fights.
Yeah.
You're muted.
If they
Equal
want to
opportunity.
Yeah,
wanna
equal
step up,
opportunity I'm fine with. Equal opportunity I'm fine with.
Right.
But
Equal.
equal outcomes not so much.
Outcomes,
Because
no.
X does not equal. X does not equal Y.
No.
Just around, find out.
So yeah, that was just that just started my week off, and I
No.
thought that just kind of fits with the giant theme of the fucking society today.
I saw something else. This was a couple of the months ago. There was a co-ed relay, and it was this was at like a international event, and one team had a guy running their third leg of a 1600 meter relay, and this guy had a huge lead on all of the girls, and then they handed off, and then so their last leg, the guy handed it off to a gal who had about a 400 meter lead on everyone else. She came in last.
Huh?
They
Yeah.
put her as the anchor.
As the anchor leg, and
Don't they, like, everyone knows you wrap up with the fastest.
I know, but they did, but
Equity.
they thought that the guy who would be third would make a large enough lead that it could not be overcome.
Eh.
The first guy who got a baton closes that gap in like 2 seconds.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
More
So,
good news?
Well, so I have a question for everyone here. When is the last time you even purchased a Bud Light of any sort?
2 years ago, because I had people come over and when I'm drinking my beer. My
Cheap
beer is 20
bastard.
for 12, or now it's 25 for 12.
Is Acid here? Is Acid here? Or is he stepped away? Because like,
No, you just hadn't even said, "Hey, how you doing, Blade?" I'm doing all right.
dude,
man. Yeah.
Acid, I saw the mute thing by
I
your
was gonna
name,
say, the mute.
Sam.
It's my
and I thought you had
Samael.
stepped away.
Oh, Samael, that's awesome.
Anyway, no, I don't drink Bud Light.
But no, Acid,
No, it's
Acid, I am so sorry I missed you. I saw the mute thing. I thought you had stepped away from the desk. How you doing, man?
Fine. Did some artwork. Actually,
Working on some
Ready for-
artwork?
yeah. Yeah, I can, like,
Just gonna
no,
think of
it's
your
no joke.
artwork.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. It's
Oh,
kind of
So
backwards. but I'll show
you
you.
pissed him off. He's making a picture of you now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually.
Ah.
And
Okay.
he's coloring.
No, it's actually a drawing. It's drafted.
I think he drew it. That looks like he drew it.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, that's good.
It's all over.
So in answer to your question, Static, I have not purchased that in some time. The sales from my bar, it's a little less. It's not dramatic.
Uh-huh.
I mean, our orders are slightly smaller than they were before. So
Yeah, but Bud Light's also cheap.
So I live,
Yes.
like I said, I live near St. Louis, and this is big Republican area, and they're not buying it, and the bars around here are not even carrying it. And
Yeah.
they've had was it in the stores? We're seeing it like now down to like $13 for a 24-pack can or whatever. I don't know. I've just seen it's just they're begging people just to they have like all kinds of promotions here and everything.
Yeah. So, but the fun little trick is because my bar we do not have beer on tap, but my friend's bar that does, they'll get some Yahoo in there who comes in and wants to make a point that he doesn't drink Bud Light or any Anheuser-Busch product because I'm a man and we don't do that kind of thing. And then they get them drunk and then they serve them. Then they serve them the Bud. They serve them Bud Light in a glass the rest of the time.
Yeah, I don't see the point of doing that.
God, Boosh.
I don't see why you would do that as like make a big old stink about it.
Oh,
What did he say?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, guy at the bar drinking Bud Light the other day. I probably
no.
My buddy showed me one the other day, and the guy's like standing in front of the bill. I was like, "Oh, what am I going to drink?" And the guy walks up, grabs a thing of Bud Light. And he's like, "Oh, that's dangerous." He's like, "Man, I don't play that shit. I've been drinking Bud Light since I was a kid." He's like, "Oh, okay." And he goes and grabs a 12-pack. And he looks over, and the guy's tying his shoe and his thong sticking out of his pants. He just throws the Bud Light back. I seen another one the other day. The guy like shook the Bud Light up and let it spray all over his face.
Yeah, the memes have been great. The memes have been ridiculous.
So has anyone here bought a Bud Light?
God, Sam!
I know he's hot tonight, man.
Samuel,
I haven't bought Bud Light in well over 12, 15 years. So I don't understand why people are still drinking this stuff.
I drank Budweiser more than I drank Bud Light.
oh God, Sam.
I'm afraid to pull up his message because the last one was.
Yo, just say it. Just bring it up.
I've said it before, JV. Drinking light beer is like going down on your cut. Okay.
Oh no.
Tastes the same, but it's just not
Just
right.
Not right.
And that was before. Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
I watched Budweiser's. Was that Bud Light's new commercial? That was hilarious.
Oh yeah. Now
Really hard. They're trying.
I just
Yeah,
want
they're
to
trying to
know
walk
how
it
he
back.
knows Bud Light and his cousin taste the same. That's
Well, to be fair, Sam lives in the Wyoming. Not a lot of choices up there.
I mean, he set himself up for it, but
I'm just he can take it. He's fine. He's got the tentacles. He's fine. He'll be.
So there's
Bye.
been this giant Bud Light boycott, right? And earlier this week, I was like, does it even matter? Like, does it even freaking matter? Do you guys think that the boycott is sending a message?
It's turned a lot of young people off, and that's who drink it.
Right. And I personally, I'm not a huge fan of boycotts in general, because that's really you're telling other people how to spend their cash. So, and I don't.
Well, that's a way of looking at it. I'll participate. I will purposely choose not to give someone my money. And if that happens to be a major movement, that's one thing. But I won't tell anyone else what they should do.
But that's the point, though. This boycott is not like people are not going around really saying do not buy Bud Light. It just kind of just happened for the most part.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's people out there giving other people shit.
Well, bullshit. Yes, you guys judge me for the shit I buy all the time and fucking.
Well, you're
giving you hell, dude. Giving you hell.
But when I think of boycott, I think of something actually organized, like a group of people who are organized in some sort of hierarchical fashion, where there's like someone in charge and saying we get to do this, do this. This boycott is more grassroots than anything. It evolved on its own, rather than some group of people just saying you boycott now and spread their message.
Right.
So I think that's really the difference for this one. It's people just on their own are boycotting, like Static saying, where it's just like, I'm not doing it. And just everyone's like, you know what? I'm not doing it either.
Now, would it have made a difference if Dylan Mulvaney didn't make children's content?
I don't know.
No.
Because I don't know if a whole lot of people. So, like,
No.
okay.
Well, wait. Okay. So if he was not making children's content and he was just another loon out there, I think that then no. But the fact that targeting kids, yes, then I think that is, because I think we've gotten to a point to where, and I think the lockdowns with the remote schooling really kind of took the mask off to see what's even going on, and folks are getting a lot more. Okay, don't fuck with kids. Don't fuck with kids.
Yeah, this is for Dermy.
Oh God. So about the Mulvaney thing, so Boosh here, Mulvaney is a weirdo who mocks women, agreed completely, and tries to appeal to children. The marketing VP also insulted every straight white male. Yes, she did do that. But with the whole tries to appeal to children thing. So look, admittedly, I am not a Dylan Mulvaney expert. I haven't watched a whole lot of his content. Is he like trying to talk to kids like that one fucking weirdo does? That one, I can't remember his name.
He's supposed to be helping girls go through womanhood. It was his whole 365 days of being a woman.
But he's, from my opinion, what he's really doing is cosplaying a little girl and not really
Broadway actor.
Yeah, not really transition. And I know we've talked about this before, where we see how he was just trying to find something to hit. You know, when he was on The Price is Right, he was making all sorts of content on TikTok and Instagram, and finally something hit. So it's like, now I got something. I'm just going to run with it. And that's what's working for him.
So, okay, well then, to answer Wookie's original question that kind of sent us down here, if he wasn't making content that appealed to children, would this even happen? Would Bud Light have even gone to him if that was the case?
Correct.
I think they looked at the brightest shining trans star at the moment.
They were trying to latch on to the whole transgender stuff, so they seem to be really going off of that. And I think people are quickly already over this shit. So I think that was also what kind of pushed people to move away from Bud Light.
So if it was Jeffree Star, would we have the pushback?
Maybe from like the same people that pushed back against the Sisterhood of Petulance or whatever the fuck they're called.
Well, I think you would see more of a hardcore Christian pushback. You wouldn't see an average working Joe, because Jeffree Star is pretty famous, and Jeffree Star also went on cam saying all this stuff that contradicts everything Dylan Mulvaney is saying.
Is Jeffree Star still famous? Like,
Yeah.
Jeffree Star is a millionaire
has-
in makeup.
Yeah.
Makeup and
In the cosmetic world, he is huge. Silicon Dave!
on
What's up, guys?
been on TikTok live lately.
What's up, Blair?
I don't know what Vex. You're getting a haircut?
No! Vex! Scissor Sisters!
Oh,
Fucking scissoring.
My scissor sis.
Open scissoring.
let's see. And then Silicon Dave swung by. Hello, everyone. So, okay. So it's been announced. Let me pull up my window here. Bud Light's no longer number one, right?
Oh, no.
And so that's kind of what like sent me down this thing, because everyone's all like, well, Modelo, who's the new number one, is owned by Anheuser-Busch, right?
I don't think
Same.
they are.
Well,
Yeah.
right. So I did the smallest amount of digging on this. And what's the name of it? It's Constellation or something. So like
Yeah.
supposedly Constellation bought, let me pull up. I've got a tweet that got fact checked. This
What's up,
yeah,
Blair?
this is better. This is great.
I did a little digging on it too myself. I think I was the one that told you it was Constellation, wasn't it?
Well, I found that from watching a quartering video, and I was like, well, what the hell does that even mean? So that made me had to go and look into like
And they're
how,
privately
because
owned, they're owned
Anheuser-Busch,
by
so
people.
Anheuser-Busch owns all of Modelo's stuff except for the United States, which apparently Constellation Brands purchased the rights in US in 2013. Still the question is,
Cannoli!
does this matter? Hello, Cannoli. Dermy says this show is too straight for him.
Steve, take your shirt off.
I did not need it.
Don't threaten Steve with the good time.
If he takes his shirt off, Fracture's just going to leave.
Yeah. Peace out fast.
So this guy tweeted, people celebrating the boycott like they're not owned by the same company. I'm crying. He thinks he's being clever. And then actually, so people came in here with the community notes. And in 2013, Constellation acquired Grupo Modelo's U.S. beer business from Anheuser-Busch InBev for $4.75 billion. This was back in 2013. The transaction includes full ownership with complete control of all aspects of the U.S. commercial business. So after seeing this, I think Anheuser-Busch is actually kind of feeling it.
They are. They said that if it doesn't pick up within 6 or 8 months, there's already rumors brewing that that they're going to rebrand. The Bud Light is the seltzer, the Clamoritas. So they treat each beer like its own thing. It has its own subsidiaries. So, and that even like the seltzers and all that are taking a hit too, just because they have Bud Light on. So they're talking about like completely like changing the name of Bud Light, rebranding, relaunching.
Very true, Steven. Can't rebrand.
Didn't work for New Coke.
Work for Pablo Escobar.
I know.
No, you can't rebrand Steven, but people have to be smart enough to see it.
See, I'm on Vex's page here. Water Master Race.
Dempsey!
Just for that, I'm going to put $20 in Rumble Chat so you have to take a drink.
God damn it.
You got to wait till I get paid. Eric July
Yeah.
took about a quarter of my paycheck.
Ripa took everyone's money.
Well, the Wookiee, you got till the middle of the next month to get a shirt. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll probably get one Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get my dog one too. You got dog shirts?
Well,
Do you sell smaller size child sizes?
children, ladies, Men's
Oh,
size
Joker would
shirts.
get a kick out of that if I was wearing his shirt and holding the dog would had a shirt on it too.
True story.
Might get a retweet out of that.
Maybe.
But yeah, so boycotts usually don't work. Remember Nike going, we're not an American company.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
quit
what I'm
buying
saying.
Nike. And for like 3 months, no one bought Nike. 3 months later,
Well, then
everybody bought Nikes.
how long has this boycott been really going? It's been what,
It's March.
couple months?
Since
Couple
Chris Rock.
months.
So
Yeah,
today was the
probably,
first,
this is
today
probably one of
was
the
the
longest
first
ones.
today was the first time Bud Light tweeted in almost 2 months.
Okay.
Right. And they got wrecked. They hit everything, hit all the replies.
Yeah, they've hit in all the replies. Actually, oh, they let that one go.
I must leave the kids alone on there.
We got a D-Day Cobra here with a reply on the latest Bud Light tweet,
Ooh.
and this has not been hidden.
Oh shit!
Find that. Oh my
You had to
god.
have that saved on a hard drive. It's like almost impossible to find those photos.
Oh,
I'm nervous.
be careful! Be careful!
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta see some spicy stuff on there. Even the Call of Duty stuff was pretty spicy.
What's this dude's name? Tyler
That's,
Fisher.
Oh shit! Yeah, Tyler Fisher.
Dude, he is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to catch him live.
Incoming ratio. So let's see. Have any of these? I doubt any of these have ratioed anything. He almost got 2,000. Oh, yep. Jeremy did
Yeah.
it. Jeremy has been ratio Call of Duty and now Bud Light all week long.
Yep. Every time Call of Duty puts something up, it's just a stream.
So speaking of Call of Duty, because that's kind of like another, dare we say, grassroots boycott thing that's been kind of happening. Acid, have you been paying attention to any of the Call of Duty stuff from like a numbers perspective? Like if they see
90% of people don't sit on Twitter
yes,
to listen to this bullshit.
Well, it's made it to the
I'm
mainstream
sorry.
now.
I know. I mean, like I'm saying, like you get a couple of thousand, yeah, but you're not getting the 90% of the base. They don't sit there and going, man, I wonder what Nick Merckx thinks about today. You know.
well, and a huge
Dude.
portion of that base is children.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like it's not like kids are sitting there. I mean, granted, in 2018, 17, whatever, 12, whatever, when Fortnite was big and popular and Ninja was blowing, kids were all over every YouTube channel and getting V-Bucks and all that crap. Now it's like it's just like, what's a streamer? Most of the kids don't really follow streamers anymore like this. They're not invested into this shit and they don't care. They just like want to play.
Yeah.
Especially GTA. When GTA 6 hits, it's gonna be. I wouldn't want to go there for nothing because there's gonna be the kids are gonna be all up in that.
So Call of Duty right now is showing a net loss for the last 30 days of 1,200 players on Steam.
Oh, with the current players.
That's with the new season pass coming out.
And
Right,
Steven
but also
has
from what-
Steven has a stat on my chat. I don't know what all this gaming stuff is, so I don't know if that means anything to.
Yeah.
Again,
the first day Nick came back, he had 26 to 28 all day.
Yeah,
90%. But the thing is, not everybody plays on Steam. A lot of Call of Duty players play on Xbox and PlayStation.
The PlayStation is supposed to be the highest.
and PC is the lowest platform. That is the
Steam's even
the
smaller than
smallest
that because they have
platform.
their own launcher.
I was gonna say it's probably also divided between the BattleNet. So it's even
There's
PC
Ariel.
is divided with the Steam BattleNet numbers.
Yes, I remember you, Ariel. Thank you for coming by tonight.
So most people don't give a shit about Call of Duty, but however, just like the Spider-Gwen controversy, that came out to the mainstream media. Finally, after the movie made money, they're like, okay, let it out. After Call of Duty sold all their season passes on day one, they let it hit the mainstream media.
By that time, people didn't care.
Right. And majority of people I don't understand this. People are like adults don't play video games.
Almost everyone I know plays video games.
Right. And they're trying to say it's okay. No. But yeah, I mean, when you see 26,000 people in there professing, how much they stand behind Nick Merckx and Nick Merckx's chat, it's kind of inspiring a little bit. I mean, there's 26,000 weebs, and most of those are younger people. So,
I mean, that's good at least. But I just always found gamers just to be the absolute worst at trying to boycott jack freaking shit. There's no sticking power to a lot of it because so many games have still lived on despite boycotting them. Battlefront 2 from EA? That one was a train wreck, but look at it, still surviving to this day with a player base.
A guy at my work spent $6,000 in 2 days.
Jesus Christ.
On Battlefront 2?
Yes.
Jesus, that guy.
And I remember trying to just kind of giving people friendly heads up and stuff like that, and then people didn't care. They were still buying the goddamn game. They made their money off. It was Star Wars. B, it was another Battlefront game, which they were hoping was going to be a return to formula from the originals. Gamers are some of the worst.
Both of those
gamers are some of the
suck.
worst. Oh yeah, no, I agree 100%. It's just gamers are generally some of the worst at trying to boycott anything. At least from my observations of things.
Jeremy, I think the bigger controversy was the fact that COD dropped his skin. Those guys were the first ever pro players to ever get a skin in Call of Duty. Forever.
Right.
That's the first one to ever happen. And Nick Merckx said himself that all of his sponsors called him and talked to him to find out what the hell was going on. All of his sponsors are fine. Call of Duty still hasn't called him. So they did all that without contact with him. He found out on Twitter. It kind of sounds like Gina Carano. So.
Yeah. So, and what drew me with about how we can't let that statement, leave children alone, become controversial. Unfortunately, it's not controversial to half the population, and it is controversial to I'd say less than half, but they'd like to think it's half. They'd like to have you think it's half.
I seen a good one on Twitter. They said, so if they made a law where preachers couldn't be alone with kids and they took to the streets and protested, what would you think?
Okay.
I think there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
My question has always been, it's not that, and this came up with the with the drag show, but it still applies. The question is not should kids be allowed to go to drag shows. The question is why do drag performers want children in their audience?
Yep.
Yes.
Why aren't they going to old folks homes or some shit like that? Somewhere that's more adult theme and not wanting kids in their audience.
But why can't it be what it always has been? It's a fetish.
Right.
Adult form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
I went
kids,
to.
you can't bring kids to a strip club.
Nope.
Oh, you probably can in California. I went to Suicide Girls a couple years ago, and you had to be 18. It was in a bar, so you had to be 18 to get in.
Right.
And it was a burlesque show, not a strip show. Burlesque, which
Right.
normally drag people and stuff in burlesque shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
It's just an adult form of entertainment. If adults want to take part in it, that's perfectly fine. But like you're saying, why is it that the idea is kids have to be able to see this?
Because they sit there and said that. They've said this many times in different platforms that children should be able to understand how their feelings are and what's going on. They should be able to be free and not be scared to express themselves, and people would perform in front of them. They should feel, open to more ideas of how they should feel about themselves.
It's a whole slippery slope thing, and I think I've said it before. He said, I think the slippery slope began with gay marriage, And then once that got legalized, there's less for the alphabet community to protest and fundraise off of. So it's become a smaller and smaller group. So now we got the T left. And after that, what are we going to get? The maps?
But wait,
T's?
what rights do the T's not have?
Yeah, they have human rights.
Yeah, like what do they need to keep fighting for?
And
Like-
they want to go for kids. Kids don't have any rights. They belong to the parent.
And these people can't make any kids.
So when your kid goes and smashes
they
a bunch
need
of car
access to
windows, the state's not paying for it. You are as a parent. I mean,
Got forms of state funded transitioning now. They either have to go to prison or join the military.
I'll tell you what, if I ever get arrested for anything,
life sentence. I'm a woman.
Well, I told you about the one transsexual guy that I convicted before, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he did not have a good time in prison. And that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
oh well, yeah, but because they didn't
Yeah,
make
but
all
now-
those crazy exceptions for these.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But now they're housing trans women, biological men with women, and suddenly biological women are ending up pregnant somehow
all of
from
a
a
sudden,
trans woman.
female prisoners are getting pregnant somehow. Interesting how that happens.
How
I'm
can a
sure
woman
that's just a
impregnate
pure
woman?
coincidence. That's pure coincidence. It's,
We checked
maybe
on the guards. Have we checked what the guards are doing?
The guards, the warden, whatever. Come on.
Mhm.
Come on.
Fuck,
Yep,
is that a
you've all seen
loophole
the
to child
films.
support? I can just go to prison.
Wait, what?
Is that a loophole to child support? I could just go to prison.
I'm not making any legal recommendations at this time.
And actually, no, it's not because you just owe them that money until forever.
It's called
Till they're
cash for
18.
gays, baby.
I got banned.
You got banned?
Banned
So
from what?
I think I sent it to you where
His own page.
that Xbox ambassador was talking about banning Dr. Disrespect and Nick Merckx. I think I sent it in the group chat on Twitter. Or Horny Alf has the thing. I'll send you a link to his thing. But this guy wanted these people banned. And yeah, evidently because it says it limits the owner who can view their tweets, so I don't think I can see it anymore. I think they banned me. But yeah, they're Xbox ambassador, and they're calling for these people to be deplatformed.
If anyone tried to go to Joker's mixed T-shirt, I just updated that link. What do we got here? Something from Horny Alf?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was looking at this earlier, and he's blocked his tweet. Either that or he blocked Horny Alf because it says that the
I'm able
tweet's
to see
unavailable.
the MX Miley person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Throw the link in. Thing
Oh, you know what? I was able to. This is so. Twitter's a little broken because sometimes like on the
There you
quote
go.
tweet or whatever. Yeah, on the quote tweet, it will say that the tweet is unavailable. But then if you click the link in the quote tweet, it will just load.
Sometimes it'll still take you to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's supposed to work like that.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, no, we've got morons like these that think there's some sort of
I'm not blocked.
moral.
High ground.
Yeah.
Authorities.
Hey, gamers. We've got to collectively drop people like Dr. Disrespect and Nick Merckx, Melanie Mack, and other bigoted gamers and content creators. Don't give them any support. We deserve
Melanie
better,
Mack is not a
diverse, non-bigoted
bigot.
voices representing gaming. These gross people aren't it.
This person should be deplatformed for being an Xbox ambassador.
Yay, 5%. Let's get that 5% entirety.
No, bring back all the foul mouthed, bigoted gamers in the voice chats. I want that back. Damn it! Bring back.
Oh,
the
wait, look at the
shitlords.
hashtags.
This person
The hashtag.
stands no chance.
In a Call of Duty lobby.
Oh
Well,
man,
I was-
go
I was
back
just-
to
I was
Dark
just
Forces
thinking in life
2
in
chat
general, but-
servers.
This
Whew.
person is a big pharma dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every one of these people on Twitter are basically Big Pharma's dream.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
forget
why
that
I
that's
quit.
another big cause of all this right now, I think.
Oh yeah.
I want to know what you said, Geek Hero.
That's why I quit playing video games back in the day because my mom got fucked by like a bunch of fucking kids playing video games in the first 10 minutes because I sucked and I was always
They
down.
went over to her house and did that? That's awful.
So that tweet,
that's
they locked the replies, and they're like, everyone's hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, they were hiding the replies, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So this, what
now-
Ariel says
now-
here, is me to the T. You know, when someone tells me not to do something, I want to fucking do it.
children, yes. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the YouTube like gaming play stuff out that really blew up when PewDiePie started doing gaming. Wasn't he like the big one to get?
Yeah, they tried to cancel him a couple times over PayPay and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they so far he's been kind of bulletproof.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that was one of the big ones that switched over to YouTube.
Is he even
Yeah.
doing anything now? Does PewDiePie even
I don't-
do anything?
I don't think he has to.
I don't
think
think
he
so
has
either.
to.
Pretty much it's at that point where you can just chill.
So now, also like looking into the boycotts, I was unable to find any new information on Target. Like it seems like that was just your typical boycott that you see where nothing happens at all.
Well, I mean, it would really depend on where you are, where you are. Like my friend, like a friend of mine, Lily on Twitter. She's 300 mirrors. The local Target by where she lived, it became a ghost town.
Oh, I
What Wookie?
don't.
The Wookie laughed at something.
I'm scrolling Twitter at the same time.
Oh no!
Oh no.
This is safe to show on stream if you want to show something funny later.
Okay. 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 Yeah. We'll show
There's
that.
no Mentos.
Oh God. So yeah, I don't really have any Targets nearby me where I could like keep an eye on things or whatever. But like as far as articles and like people reporting on like them losing money, none. Whereas there's articles all day long about Bud Light losing money over the last 2 months.
So video games are protected, kind of like streaming services. The only thing you can see is stream charts. They do not put numbers out.
Oh, right. For Call of Duty. Yeah. So a lot of people, so like I've been seeing people on YouTube talking about the Call of Duty sales and like looking at the Steam charts. And it's like, well, you know, I don't know how they normally do. So I don't know what you're saying.
No one I know didn't buy the season pass, other than me, because I'm not playing it. I just haven't been playing it. I haven't been playing it since last season.
So do you guys want to talk about the other thing Elon Musk brought up this week?
Sure.
I've got so many freaking Chrome windows. So Elon had a very interesting tweet. When was this? This was just 2 days ago now. Elon's tweet. So 2 days ago, he came out and tweeted, repeated targeted harassment against any account will cause the harassing accounts to receive at minimum temporary suspension. Okay, yeah, that sounds like normal Twitter bullcrap, right? The words cis or cisgender are considered slurs on this platform. What?
So the first
Wow.
part, does that count towards Bud Light every time Bud Light tweets something, or every time Call
Right,
of Duty tweets something?
Right. So like if you keep, so could they suspend Jeremy for constantly ratioing Call of Duty by saying leave the children alone? You know? What do you guys think of the term cis or cisgender?
I don't.
I didn't care about it until people started trying to use it as a slur.
It's just like any other word that tries to be used in a negative sense nowadays. It has lost all power because it's just overused.
Yeah.
Well, no, they try and
Honestly,
use it in a scientific term. They're trying to use it
Yeah,
as
they're trying to apply it in more ways than just that. Yeah, they're trying to basically normalize it as the replacing term for straight or
Okay,
what
so
have you.
so I'm straight and great.
Or just basically normal.
We're proud of Joker for coming out and admitting that today. That's brave, man.
So stunning and brave. Stunning and
I
brave.
am.
And of all months, in Pride Month, of course.
It is.
I
right.
hear this a lot. I hear this.
Jet sparks.
When I hear this in the clinics, I hear, you have to say everybody's pronouns correctly. You have to say, you hear this, you hear cis all the time. I've heard more. The more things I hear are like, these people want to use my dead name. These people use my dead name all the time, and you have to adjust to all this. And you hear cis more than anything.
People got banned for saying Elliot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when that all happened, I remember.
This is going to be the. I mean, I hate to say it, but this is going to be the new norm in the next 5 to 10 years. And it's not it's not saying like, oh, I'm not going to have it. No, the problem is that when the younger generation comes in, they're more adjusted to the words, and it's just like how we were in the 90s and the 2000s. You hear different words, different slang. This is going to be a normal, and you're going to hear it more often. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away.
Yeah,
and
like when I was growing up,
they encourage this in behavioral health. They encourage you to say their proper pronouns, and they love hearing it. It makes them feel appreciated when you hear it.
Yeah.
Affirming
because because what they've done is they've been able to take away normal and they've put you in some sort of box.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone
has to fit into a box. If you don't fit into a box, well, you're a Fox News watching Yahtzee.
Well, if you don't fit into it, the whole thing, because if you don't fit into a box, you're not part of you don't fit into the hierarchy, which is all this is. It's a hierarchy of power and oppression.
It's dividers. They put a divider in here, divider in there, divider in there. Now, anytime I hear someone use the word cis, I think exactly like I told Static the other day in the private chat. You sound vaccinated.
Yeah. If someone was to call me cis, I would just be like, I would be so confused. I'm like, why are you talking to me like this? Like,
honestly, if someone said cis to me, I'm like, no, you'd call me bro, because that's a cis bro.
Yeah,
what I'd be thinking. Because honestly, I'd never really heard cis or cisgender until a few years ago. I mean,
I had to look it up.
I had no idea what the hell they were talking about. But at the same time, like when I was growing up as a kid, African American just started being used in the late 80s, early 90s. So I didn't know what African American was until I got to college. Before that, we're just black people. Then they became African American people. Now we got POCs. So it's just re-attitudinizing, I guess, the younger generation's mentality to get to the point where we are now, like Acid was talking about, where it's normal for them. So a 10-year-old today would not even think if gay or straight, you're going to be cisgender or non-cisgender, I guess. I don't know.
Can we just normalize calling everybody dumbass again?
It's subliminal. It's subliminal. And they use, and we hear this a lot. And now we go, and plus, like, what was it last year? You heard the term, like, are you unvaxxed? You're an unvax? Are you vaxxed? You heard that more than anything. And now you see it all on Twitter, when you hear liberals saying MAGA Republicans, because it doesn't matter what kind of Republican, you're a MAGA Republican, right-wing, hardcore MAGA Republican, no matter what you are. If you don't agree with them, this is just another slang you're going to hear from.
I might be trans-vaxxed.
I don't know.
Identify as vaxxed. I like it. Now, I will say this, because just in my industry, in my town, I get a slice of life from pretty much every walk that comes through my bar.
Right.
And I have a regular, and he says I'm a MAGA American, and he's very loud about it. He wants to show off about it, and he's literally become a cultist, just like the far left. That's exactly what he has now become, and it's
they're absolutely extremists on both sides.
The conservative SJW is real. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We saw that when we were looking at that one video with the guy in Target going after people.
Yeah. That was also a weird time when those people were doing that stuff at Target, because some of them were like actual, like serious conservative SJWs, and then some of them were trolls.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that was giving that woman a hard time about it, he was an asshole conservative SJW for sure.
And also in my bar, calling folks a dumbass is quite regular too. So it's quite normal.
It's like the only word you can use that just it includes everybody.
It does.
It's
the universal right now.
It's not singling anybody out. Hey, dumbass! The whole room churns.
Hey, my mama said no one likes a dumbass, so I became a smart ass.
All right.
So Dermy here is saying we're reaching the end of all of this with the amount of people pushing back is skyrocketing.
Yes, and we have seen, and just in what I cover on YouTube and the Wookiee up here, we've seen some big names all of a sudden in just the last week of a certain company have been pink slipped.
Mm-hmm. Diversity officer for Disney. We're going to talk about that Sunday, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So you want to guess for that? You want to guess for that show there, Wookiee?
Huh? Yeah, you can come on if you want to come on. Sure. I haven't made thumbnail, done anything yet.
Moira, meow, meow, meow.
You know, you're always welcome.
All right, you got it. Just send me a link.
All right. You want to get up here?
Ariel's a monarchist.
Is this Obi?
Yeah,
What's
he's
that?
like sniffing like he wants to get up here.
Oh.
It's petty. He'll be all right.
I was doing something and then I got distracted by the chat. You guys have got a lot of good conversations going on over there.
Well, that's how you know it's a good stream when the chat's going like that.
Yep.
So let's we're talking about words here and slurs. I would never be once offended if someone called me cis or cisgendered, like we were saying. Like you just sound like a fucking retard.
I was gonna say I would just call him a retard and walk the fuck on.
So who all here has watched, we were talking about it earlier, but who's watched the Secret Invasion? Is it just the three of us?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it Saturday.
Are the rest of you guys aware of the racist term that was brought up towards the end of the episode?
It was actually a word used for spies too.
I was gonna say
that's what most people currently most people will think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
knew what it was.
Around, so.
I grew up near the capital of the Confederacy. I knew what it meant.
Yeah, so like I've been listening to podcasts for years that would talk about spooks in the CIA and the FBI and such.
There was a TV show in Britain called Spooks.
So did this literally just happen with this Disney TV show?
Well, the term is I've known for years that was also a derogatory term.
Yeah.
Right. But have we just now decided that it could only mean one thing for everyone besides black people?
Yeah,
apparently.
Like, is that what just happened?
Seems that way.
Here's the other thing. So I was talking to some people at work about, the show, because they asked if I watched it because they know this is what I do. And I asked them about the word. And I said, have you ever heard of this as a derogatory term for black people? And it's like 2 or 3 people, and they're like, no. And these are younger people. So they're like, young millennial age. And I had heard it because, I had a grandfather and he used a whole bunch of words. But again, that's his time.
So they're
but
almost.
They did.
Go ahead.
It's a very dated term.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like the 50s term. It really is. So that means, and you have to think about this. The people who are writing this show are probably more millennial age. They're not my age.
No.
They're in their late 20s, early 30s. I really doubt they know this term. So
Correct.
I feel like in a way they were almost searching for a term to use, and somehow they found it, and it's like, oh, let's stick it here, or somehow it just
because it also means
doesn't come up.
Because it also means spy. So it's got that double.
They got their double meaning.
And that's what Sam Jackson was saying when
Dude,
he says,
his thing in Rolling Stones. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Well,
I lost all respect for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. Jedi Bill, what's up? Now now you bring up that because Samuel L. took the bait because it originally started as responding to Brie Larson, who not too long ago when she was a judge at the Cannes Film Festival, somebody came up to her and tried to bait her with some Me Too question about Johnny Depp.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And she backed down.
She didn't even address it. She brushed it off. She's working really hard to try and to do damage to do some damage control because she knows she's not well liked amongst the fans, and she has a new film out, and I think her handlers are saying, "Look, you need to dial that down." And so, and now all Sam did is just going to revamp it. So every question she's going to get asked on her press tour, because there's no more late night talk shows now because of the writer's strike. So she's just gonna get just what do you think about this? What do you think about? And these are questions she doesn't want to answer. Nice, nice avatar there, Wookie. And Jeremy, you're right. All she needs to do is hang with Ryan, and she'll be fine.
He'll suck her toes.
Samuel L. Jackson did kind of screw her over with that whole thing because she had been. People have been like, "Oh, is she like coming around, like not being a complete and total bitch?" Like,
and now it's just going to turn it right back up. And again, when he specifically said redneck Republicans, great, you have a show that is coming out. She has a film coming out. Guess what? Republicans watch TV and they go to films, just like you.
That's a myth.
I don't watch television. I've never been to a movie.
Libertarians just pirate it.
Yeah,
that's not true. That's not true.
Not true.
Entirely.
But so I mean, there was the famous line when Michael Jordan after the George Floyd thing came out, when they wanted him to make a statement and he was like, no, because conservatives buy his shoes too. So he understands that I'm not going to alienate half of my customer base.
But she hasn't had a whole lot going on. She got in Fast X, and that didn't do very well.
It didn't do great. There's Valiant has showed a lot of the metrics of how Universal markets that thing and how they, so it will break even with all of with the way that they market it and license it out and the whatnot.
Dempsey right there is correct.
Mhm.
That's when the fall of civilization started, when we stopped being able to shame people.
Mhm.
Well, we have
everything,
shaming.
everything
Has
is
nothing
called
to do with
cancel culture.
entertainment.
right.
Cancel culture.
Obi!
Yeah.
It's a puppy. Oh, it's a puppy.
So yeah, that word. What you were saying, Bradley. It's like they almost brought it back from the dead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just to like do that just on purpose, like it sounds pretty fucking racist to me. The more I think about it, like these people are messed up.
By Odin's fade.
Wait, who said it? Who said you can't say that?
Samuel L.
Maria Hill.
Yeah.
No.
And he's like,
Oh,
no,
you're
Maria
right.
Hill goes,
Right.
you
And he-
can't say that word. So
Yeah.
once again,
Yeah.
it's a white single woman enforcing her will, who's probably the person writing that damn thing.
I mean, and then he
got
said,
shot
"You can't."
at the
He
end.
said,
Spoiler
"You
alert.
can't say it, but I can."
Right.
So-
So that's
what
it's-
what Nick Fury should have said is, "What the f you talking about, mother?" It's a word for spy, because we've never had that. And I know there's another one coming up. There's another thing coming up in episode 2, because I watched Film Threats Review, and there's a whole conversation
I did
with
too.
Rhodey and Fury, and it's the same thing. And I'm like, when did this become a thing? This was never a thing. Sam Jackson is playing Nick Fury, who is the spy among spies.
right.
How is he? He probably had a rough growing up, sure, because he's guy grew up in the 50s, black guy growing up in the 50s.
And I mean, a cat took his eye. Space cat.
Well, that was the most racist thing ever.
Right. And from what I heard, from what Gore said, the dialogue in episode 2 is worse than episode 1.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be when I saw Chris's review.
It was just plain.
It's just boring.
It sounds like from this episode, and I haven't watched it yet. I'll say that.
Like
and the Rolling Stones interview is that Sam Jackson has an axe to grind.
I think he does, which is weird because hasn't he been called every name in the book in every film he's been in?
And he's used them all.
Yeah.
But why is this happening now? But why are we doing this now in this show? Well, first off, I have so many issues with the way Marvel's doing things because they're not addressing reality. They say, "Oh, what about the blip?" Okay, why are we putting modern day sensibilities into post-blip Marvel world, which should not be our world? Why is American Russia suddenly a thing again in Secret Invasion? Okay,
right.
because it was being done. It was written in 2019. Well, we
Right.
know what was going on then, so it must be the Russians, because that's how probably the president, who Dermot Mulroney or Dylan McDermott, whichever one you want to choose, who's the president now, he was probably elected by the Russians. We know that's going to come out. But the Russians are all Skrulls.
Brad, did you see Mr. H reviews talk about Secret Invasion? Well, the director, Marvel Studios told him, don't read the comic. It has nothing to do with what we're
and it doesn't.
doing here. Nope.
They told the director not to read the comic storyline.
Well, first off, one of them left. There were going to be 2 directors, and one left after meeting with Sam Jackson, which was really interesting.
The opportunity to work with Samuel L. Jackson. Jesus Christ!
But the other thing was that this show does not have anything to do with Secret Invasion. This is basically Body Snatchers. That's all this is. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Because the whole thing about Secret Invasion in the comics was superheroes were replaced.
Right.
So Spider-Woman was a Skrull. And she had been a Skrull since the beginning of the New Avengers. And
Cap was a Skrull. Cap was a
Skrull. Sue Storm was a Skrull. Wolverine was possibly a Skrull. So it was a whole bunch of stuff going on with these actual legitimate powered people. So now what are we getting? We are literally now just getting Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yep.
We're getting the whole Day of the Doctor episode when forget who the hell forget the alien race, but when Matt Smith and David Tennant.
Oh, you're
sucker face people. Zygons. Yeah, when the Zygons replacing people in power. So that's all this is. This is Body Snatchers. It's Secret Invasion just in the old style of Body Snatchers. When you're trying to put this in, you cannot say it's a Marvel comic. In my opinion, you can't say it's maybe MCU, but it's like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's no
Right.
superheroes, and people want superheroes.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm suddenly realizing we just turned into a Secret Invasion review. Sorry, man.
Which is why I compare it to Andor, which is a espionage Lucasfilm show with no Jedi.
Well, that's the world they want. They want a world without Jedi.
But
They want a world without Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's more on point.
Because we're gonna get the Rey Jedi Order, and they are pump. Go watch Screen Rant. It's a shill site. They are pumping the shit out of Rey.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the headcanon that's going on right now with Rey.
Because this is the film that Iger wants. Iger wants this film to be made. The other two, he gives it zero.
Yeah, he wants that film made for the parks.
Exactly, because they're going to do an expansion in both galaxies' edges to include Rey's temple.
All right, we just hijacked Static's whole stream.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey,
I'm
look,
not even
I
gonna
know-
talk
I
about
know
it.
Steve's
who I
over there
invite on.
filing taxes.
I'm just like, I'm just
Sorry,
like,
man.
no, I'm not getting into all this.
I didn't think I had anything to say about it, that damn show, but I guess I did. I was just sick of that crap like last night.
So, in regards to the word that I don't even know if I'm allowed to say or not. There's Acid's new.
Jesus.
Is that Melanie Hampshire in the background?
Pokemon in the background.
I like it.
So, like, as far as this word that I don't know if YouTube would be upset if I used or not, I feel like then we should just take the word cracker off the plate for everyone else. Like, if that's how this
Or
works,
redneck.
like, right? But like, so
no, that's allowed.
Redneck has one meaning though, right? Like redneck is a redneck, whereas a cracker has multiple meanings.
I was in the
Same
sun
way-
too long.
No.
I was in
When
the
someone
sun too
calls me a redneck, it's true.
long.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's more brown neck.
No,
If
it's
you had a
red in
washcloth,
real life.
you'd
The
be-
lights
you'd
helped
be-
me out.
What was that, Wookie?
I said if he had a washcloth, he'd be another slur.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
But
Look what you guys did.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk. I was letting them cook. I look, I know who I invite onto my show, and I knew when I brought that up, if we talk about Secret Wars, whatever the fuck it's called, that these guys were gonna go off. It's totally fine.
he knew he brought nerds on this
Oh,
show.
Fucking nerd.
Nerds.
Wow.
Static, you gotta get that clip.
I don't know why I haven't gotten it yet. So you know what? As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and let's go into the one weekly segment we have on this show. We're gonna do this here.
The Weekend Pregame presents the Retard of the Week.
So we've got a special one this week because we had the holiday, and this has music. This has music, so I'm not gonna play the audio here. Oh, let me get the.
Oh, wow.
Hey, what's going on, Copa? So no audio, but it's a pretty quick video.
No.
Uh-oh.
No. That's good.
Give money to black people.
I know what 4 is going to be.
Yeah.
Five.
Well, no shit.
That guy looks so happy.
Yeah.
I want to know how much money he gave away.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I want to know. Does he understand that there are more people in slavery now than there was back during then?
Correct.
Right.
Why
It's
does
just
it
not
look
in
like
this
he has
country that
adventure?
you know of.
And does he know that it's more black people selling their own into slavery than
Right.
No, don't go.
Does he also know?
history.
Oh,
Does he
dang it.
also
I'm sorry.
know-
I'm sorry.
Does he also know that the word
Well,
slave?
if we go into slavery, I'm going to get kicked off the stream.
Does he also know that the word slave is short for Slavic? The first slaves were white.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Slavery was
whoa.
invented in the
Well,
United
was that
States of
before the
America.
pyramids were built?
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait,
So the
Slavery
pyramids were built
started
by
in
slaves.
1619.
The
Yeah.
pyramids were built by aliens. Will you
Slaves.
shut up?
Oh, maybe. Don't worry, it's all God's
Look,
work.
And then they
Focus.
kicked them off the planet through their Stargate.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
I thought it was.
There you go.
I thought the
And then
The
Aztec.
Rock
U.S.
came
government
back-
took their spaceships and said, "Get out."
You guys are
What were we
living
gonna
some
say, Steve?
fictional history. The true history was written by Hannah Nicole Jones, I think it was. The
It's written by
1619
Jennifer
Project.
Lawrence.
Jennifer
I thought it was
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, that new movie's not going to do well for her either. So,
Supposedly
yeah.
she's full frontal nude in that one.
We've already seen it.
Yeah, I know. Still,
It was
yeah.
covered in Krispy Kremes.
That was
I'm
years
so-
ago.
It probably looks worse now. Somebody had work done.
I'm sorry. What was the link
Gravity's
to
had
that?
time to work.
What was the link to that?
Check the private chat.
Hold on, let me look.
We'll just Dropbox it to you.
you don't.
Here's my personal spank bang.
That might scare me.
Yeah, that's a
Joker's
lot
not
of
into
terabytes,
dudes.
Wookie. What the hell?
I think Duke should come with me in, was it August?
No. Return, I got a trial.
Oh,
or something.
FurryCon.
No,
FurryCon.
I'm good. No.
No!
Come
No.
on, Duke, live a little.
No.
I live in Vegas. I live in Las Vegas. I live plenty, sir.
I'll go to FurryCon. Fuck it.
Well, you already look like one.
There you go.
so.
Now, Steve's gonna
I'll just take. All I gotta do is take shirt off, dude. I'm there.
Dermy.
I'd like to give him 10 shots of tequila and turn him loose in one.
Because there were some folks who came. Someone came in to my bar and they have a shirt that said, "Ask me about my personality," and I'm like, "Get out."
That was the right answer.
Why didn't you ask?
I don't, because I
And
don't.
then kick him out.
I don't want to know.
Did you see the
What-
Joe
what-
Rogan thing where they were wearing furry suits?
Yeah, what was that all about?
And he's like, man, it's hot in here. Somebody has sex in this. They're an American hero. I think I
Again.
got that clip saved. That's going to be in the intro.
I got it
Again.
right here.
And again, this was always a taboo, like drag. This was a kink. This is a fetish. And
Yeah.
it's-
Oh,
There you go.
Jesus.
What's in the mainstream?
Like when I see him, it's just we just have this little love session. So me and him are a man dog love session.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is a completely different
Like
clip.
when I see him, it's
Yeah.
Good
just a
Lord.
Yeah.
session. So
No,
me-
I think I got the one bookmarked.
Oh, that is just.
Who's
Oh,
he
no.
with? Is he actually like interviewing like an actual furry?
Yes, I think so.
And that's why he's okay. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Somebody didn't say it. I'm going to scroll the group chat. Jeez.
Bubba. Oh, the hell.
That's already.
Hey,
on
I
it.
don't know. A Wile E. Coyote and the fucking Roadrunner would be a good furry matchup.
Actually, there.
I think there'd be a lot of feathers.
Actually,
There it is. Yeah.
there's actually okay. Now it's sad that I know this, but there's a subculture for dressing up as birds, dressing up as fish, and dressing up as fish and lizards. It's oh god! It's
Did
Are
any of you guys
in
ever?
the closet? In the closet, furry?
no, God no.
Did-
Again, I live in Las Vegas.
That makes me question it even more. Have you seen the shit that goes on there?
I live
Yeah, he
here,
lives there.
yes.
He lives
He
there.
works-
He may have seen something or two.
He works at a bar in Vegas. He sees it all.
Well, have any of you guys seen the interview that Nick Rekieta and his buddy Drex did with the diaper fetishists? Even they hate furries.
Are those the adults that wear diapers and act
Yeah,
like
the adult
babies?
diaper fetish.
Mhm.
Even though they are apparently just a little less hated on the totem pole than furries. Furries are apparently just the lowest tier of them all.
Well, I guess that
Like an
just
HBO
depends.
special.
And-
on that
and
or
even-
something.
And even the
if
diaper fetish is like,
FurryCon-
go ahead and take me out when it happens, when we're all being lined up.
Well, wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah, you may look.
Wookie, you said FurryCon is in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
So that weekend, basically, Disney World is shutting down since all their employees are going to be there. Right?
Like,
Basically, Disney World is shutting down since all their employees are going to be there. Right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Is Disneyland really shutting down that weekend?
Disney World, you mean?
No, no, we
Disney
should tell
World, yeah.
Drunk he needs to go to Disneyland that day, and I'll go to FurryCon.
Or you can get Drunk to go to FurryCon with you.
I don't think he'd do it.
Tom might. Tom,
He can just put on his
Tom might.
Canadian bear suit. He'll fit it.
Hey,
Tom,
you know,
Tom, sorry.
Rogue. Ask Rogue if he's willing to go.
Tom and Zort, sure.
Waiting on September still.
We have to put a furry suit on Zort.
Still trying to figure out how I'm going to dress when I see Wookiee in September. What I'm going to wear.
September. That's a month early.
Yo, you said I was coming down in September, right? Or was it
October.
October.
October's
Oh, yeah.
Tentative.
Oh,
rate
I'm
is a
definitely
tentative
dressing up.
Carry him to the Universal
Amazon.
meetup wearing a furry suit. Fucking Ryan Kim will probably knock him out.
Find me a good outfit for Amazon.
So did you guys see this clip?
No.
I don't want to see this.
No.
This one's kind of funny.
Respect for the furry community. Look, I got
Holy,
the
it's
feet
like-
on and everything.
It's like Bikram fucking.
Yeah. It's very hot in here. If you can fuck with this on, you're an American hero. Respect.
Jeez.
So I noticed that this person obviously, ironically, puts Happy Pride Month on this tweet. Did you guys see the new Pride flag?
No.
Yes.
God.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
another one.
Oh
There
my
is
God.
another
They
one.
added more colors.
Like
The alphabet isn't enough.
This is making my brain hurt. And I don't know who said it.
What the hell?
Fuck?
Infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
I have created this.
For
Happy
autism.
Autistic Pride Day. I have created
JG.
an intersex inclusive pride flag.
Well, I'm glad they included me in their flag.
I mean, I don't know who it was. I want to say Brett Cooper, who said it's no longer Pride Day, Pride Month. It's Pride Life.
It's been Pride Month since January of this year.
No
Right.
shit, dude.
Basically.
Infinitely gay.
Surprisingly, with like all the kickback that's been going on that we've surprisingly been seeing, I thought that this Pride Month was just going to be so much worse. I thought it was just going to be non-fucking stop. But I think people pushing back has definitely tempered a lot of that.
And I also think that and I know that they're definitely trying that the maps are really trying to get included into this.
Mhm.
And I don't think that LGBT community at large is like, it is very accepting of that. At least maybe not vocally, they're not accepting of it, but I've seen it quite a few folks and they're like, no.
Yeah. I have a simple request. Can you
Leave kids alone.
motherfuckers go back in the closet for 5 minutes so I can have some peace and quiet?
Right?
But no, the T and the Q screw up LGB every time. Dave Chappelle made a great joke about that. With the Qs licking the windows.
And no one knowing what the hell a Q is.
Yeah.
That was his first Netflix, wasn't it? His first Netflix special.
That's the one that got him canceled or tried to get canceled. Yeah.
Yeah, just no.
Well, any of them, the minority has always been the sensible groups. The extreme is the majority of them.
Oh Jesus! This sucks, Geek Hero. My birthday was June 1st. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Between Pride Month and the race riots, I'm beginning to envy the 9/11 birthdays.
Too soon.
Wow.
Yeah, Steve can only talk. Ariel's pointing out that Steve's checked out.
Wow.
And it's just because
Dempsey, holy shit.
Steve is
I've been
Steve can only
checked
handle
out.
so much gay talk before he starts like getting worked up.
Dempsey as well. Got a nice little comment there.
Oh God, heaven forbid if they are vegan and gluten free, you wouldn't ever be able to get a word in.
Oof.
Dude, that's how I found Awaken with JP. Like, if meat eaters acted like vegans, he's like holding like the steak falling apart.
Yeah.
In his hand.
All those years ago, that was so good when he came out with that video. I haven't watched any of his stuff in a while.
And as far as like bringing back shaming, yes, but can we also bring back mocking, public mockery?
I mean, that's kind of its own form of shame.
That's just
shame
mean.
too.
Just bring back
If you brought that back,
confrontation,
then
make
it
people
would-
fight for something.
If he brought back that, there would be more violence than anything.
I don't know about
Public mockery.
It'd even out eventually because eventually they would fuck around with people that
Well, there really wouldn't be a lot of violence because the folks who would be getting all upset in all their fifis, they don't own guns.
Surprisingly, there is some that do.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Static Blair just called you out.
What did I do?
He's talking about Linux users. He just got banned.
No, I didn't. I'm trying to figure it out. And our Linux users, I don't know what the prepended aspect of that is. But yeah, I have a Linux computer somewhere in this house, just not in front of me, because I like to play video games.
I still want to do a Pi with a Wi-Fi disruptor on a drone.
With the what? Oh, don't get me going on this.
So evidently you can take a Pi with Linux on it and you can make it like a Wi-Fi disruptor and fly it around in a drone and like fucking take out your neighbor's shit.
Oh, probably.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
A Pi.
A Raspberry Pi. It's like a little $35 computer that you just set up to do a couple
Whatever.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual Pi.
No.
Dude, you can set up old cell
We're not in
phones
clown
to-
world, Joker.
You can set up old cell phones to block Wi-Fi signals. Like
Yeah.
old Androids, you can hack them to do that. Like I did it a while back, like a year ago, at a Starbucks, and everyone started tripping balls, and I was like,
Yeah, I mean that'd be so great just to take out people's Wi-Fi and watch them freak out.
Because I only use Android phones, so
Well, you can use Linux and do like a virtual PC and play games, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I know what it is. What he was saying about Linux users, they're like vegans and
They get tattoos of it and shit.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Well, I've got a tattoo of it for a reason.
But I'm all for freeware. Joker's got all astute all of a sudden.
this is
Oh,
all.
I
This is
thought
all
he
like
froze.
this is all like techie talk stuff, and I know nothing about this stuff. So this is all Greek to me. I'm just like,
I just know just a little bit to kind of understand.
That's what Static does when we talk about Star Wars.
Yeah,
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Star Wars. I wish I could care, but it's just not there.
I really,
I don't blame you.
And I won't watch another episode of Secret Invasion after this. I just wanted to see the AI intro, like in
it's content now.
pure form.
It's content now. It's a weekly. The good thing is it's only 6 episodes.
Like, so dude, we talked about Velma on the stream. Static did a bunch of videos. Yeah, like that's how I was. I'm like, oh, Venture Brothers. I'm still on the same app. Like, oh, it's so much better.
My Velma videos still get views. Like they're still pulling in views.
Mine
until
just
that
stopped
week.
getting hits. And
I remember every Friday night, Orion would talk about Velma, and we were all just like, "Why do you hate everyone? Why do you hate yourself?"
I think next time Tyler's on, I'll be like, oh, by the way, did you see the new episode of Velma they dropped? We're going to review it just to watch it freak out.
I completely agree with you, Boosh. Don't care if adults do heroin, hang from chains from their ceilings, eat toenails, and that's stretching it.
I know all those types. I met
Keep
all
it
of
in
those.
their home and don't involve kids. Yes, do whatever you want. Just don't hurt anyone else.
Yeah, maybe
Basically-
hetero doesn't involve me slinging my dang on the top of a fire truck during a parade.
The core libertarian principle. If it doesn't, as long as you are not harming anyone, as long as you are not harming anyone's physical person or property, I give zero fucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
More people should go David Carradine themselves.
He forgot to bite the lemon, dude.
You need to watch it with that stuff, Steve.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
I don't know if that's acceptable.
You mean I thought he meant play
No one's
Clyde
watching.
Kane and just take a very
Right.
monk-like lifestyle.
Right.
That's where I was going.
They need to go find their own
Kung
grasshopper.
Fu,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
They need to wear orange suits.
I thought it was go to Tom Sawyer's Island at Tom Sawyer's Island at
More people need a
Disneyland
subride in Minecraft.
and smoke weed.
Do we want to talk
More
about the
people
stuff?
need to subride.
Let's hit the sub, man, because this guy was a complete friggin' idiot. He wouldn't hire anybody worth a shit. He wouldn't have the professional testing done. Everybody had to be diverse and inclusive and everything else. But he was so cheap, he used a $30 game controller. $200. And my life doesn't depend on it.
And I bet that one isn't known for connection issues, even though you probably just run it wired anyways.
$70.
Said in
They
this
should-
video, I think he had like 3 or 4
Nerd.
more. He had like 3 of them are backups. He had
There's a video out there of showing like a sub and like bubbles coming up from it.
$300.
And then you see flash across the screen, your Xbox controller has been disconnected.
It was the old 360 thing. Please connect
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. No.
So
Is the
went off on-
Titanic really that cool to really want to go all the way down and see it?
I think for these people, it was the being the first to like do it or something.
Well, no, they'd already been down there.
Yeah.
Well, but like
the one guy's been down dozens of times. The French guy, he's
Oh, really?
like, known for going down there. Yeah.
okay, then I have
There's
no
been-
idea why the hell these people gave a shit and spent all that money to do this.
Wasn't it kind of like the first?
Just
So that
first-
sub,
Well, then here-
that sub had been down there, but they probably weren't doing the checks they're supposed to do afterward to see if it developed microcracks.
JT!
And it was made
But
out of
here's-
carbon
you know-
fiber. So race car guy here. Carbon fiber is pound for pound stronger than aluminum. It's almost stronger than steel. It does shatter very easily. That's why the race car drive shafts are made out of carbon fiber, because they shatter and get out of the way. It's not a big, huge chunk of steel flying through the air. So any micro. What's up, JT?
Bubba.
Bruh.
My radio zone was playing when they met their end. Oh my God. But no, so they weren't they failed to do the nautical checks. They didn't want to hire a 50-year-old white guy because they weren't inspiring enough. And probably what happened on the last trip, it developed a micro crack. They never checked it. Now Ian Miles Chong like posted a thing, and I retweeted it. He's like, oh, they put the sub together with hand ratchets, and they were torquing the fucking bolts. Which people who work on cars, there's a wrench that turns it to a certain tightness, and it'll click, and that's when you stop. That's what you're supposed to do. And I was like, tell me you haven't worked a manual labor job without telling me you haven't worked a manual labor job.
Or been to America.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, from what I understand, they actually never sent that sub that deep before.
Suppose
I
that
thought
company
they-
had been there several times. Maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
that exact sub.
Like, from what I saw, like, things weren't thoroughly tested.
No.
And yeah, right. Shocking. And
Well, the CEO made some statements that made it clear that safety was not as high of an issue as it should have been. I think that's kind of what's come out.
He had to go off cam. So, and then they had submarines down there looking for them, but the subs that were looking for them were incapable of going to that depth.
They were remote control vehicles.
People? What's that?
They were all remote control vehicles. So the remotes could go down that deep.
So the one that finally was able to go down there and find them was a remote control vehicle, or found the pieces or whatever.
Yeah, it's an ROV.
But they had a bunch. They had planes, ships, and essentially submarines, and they weren't remote control. They were human piloted, but those ones were not capable of dropping to that level.
There was
4 kilometers or whatever.
The only thing that could drop down that deep, they weren't sending another vessel down, because I think the deepest rescue, from what I saw, is I saw a bunch of stuff on this. I think the deepest rescue is about 15 or 1600 feet underwater. The deepest that most subs go, they had a diagram that showed Ohio class submarine goes around 1,000 feet deep. So you're talking the Titanic is 2 miles down. So I mean, like, it takes a long time to get down there, and a longer time to get up. So I mean, there have been, a lot of people have gone down. That's James Cameron's gone down a ton of times.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and 45-minute trip down in that little sub. I sent you a link
and
of
then
exactly
longer
what
out.
happened to that sub. This is exactly what happened. This is on ground. This is on level ground.
Is this
the
thing?
The train
the thing
car.
is, the thing is, the reason people want to go down now more often is because what I understand is soon there will not be a Titanic left.
Yeah.
So eventually it's going to get to the point that just degrades and completely falls apart.
Well, everything they take from the Titanic, they have to bring up slowly, let it decompress, and it has to stay in seawater or it'll fall apart.
Right. So we may never find that gem. So,
yeah.
Steve,
Leonardo DiCaprio skeleton.
What?
Well, there was
What about
room on that
Leonardo?
floor. Rose did it again.
Yeah, so this is a vacuum implosion, which is pretty much what happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instantly.
It was like 60,000 pounds of pressure.
Yeah.
And that fast. And pretty much, so Mythbusters almost did a thing where they used a old deep dive suit where it was like the full encapsulated air pressure metal helmet, and they decompressed it. And they had one of those dummies that had organs and blood and all that stuff in it. And it instantly liquefied the person inside the suit. So these guys, they're dead. They are chum at this point. They were vaporized.
Let's not even think about the oxygen tanks that were hooked up to it and everything. Also, that probably.
Well, no, there's just nothing left of them.
I'm just saying, that plus
they said it was instantaneous.
Yeah,
I mean that's the only blessing of any sort, that there was no pain. I mean, we've heard about disasters, Challenger, where people did not die instantaneously.
So what did those people
this happened
know?
in nanoseconds.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Is this real?
Probably.
I did not know that.
It probably had to do with coming back up, because you can only come back up at a certain rate.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Well, I think it happened going down. Like,
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had at an hour 45, the vehicle quit communicating by text.
And that's when the secret non-existent U.S. sonar detection picked up an implosion on Sunday.
Right.
Which is why we now have all this controversy going on of why stuff is not being sent out.
So like before that information came out, where like the Navy supposedly heard something happen back on Sunday, like people were already trying to politicize it with like who was in the sub and all this shit, and that pissed me off. I was so annoyed by that. Like, why do we need to do this? These are 4 people that it doesn't matter who they are, that are stuck in this sub, maybe stuck in this sub, or they got through their insides in this sub.
There are people out there, happy about the fact that these people, because
stepson,
they were rich.
The stepson was out partying, hitting up OnlyFans girls.
All right,
Deleted
so, like,
his Twitter.
The stepson thing, leave that kid alone. Like, we don't know his situation. Like,
No, he
what's he
probably doesn't have
what's he
anything to do
supposed
with
to
him.
do? Yeah, but what's he
He's
supposed to
ugly.
do? Sit at home for the next
Yeah.
however
I don't
long?
blame him. Did you see that girl's ass on the OnlyFans page?
No.
I mean, that would
No,
you could bounce
I
a
didn't.
quarter off that and it might hit you in the face. Steve called right up.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Dreadful.
No, it was over pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about. Are they going to bring the bodies back? And they're like,
There's
we can
no
bring
bodies.
a tissue sample because there's no. Plus, fish been eating on them. Now, supposedly
Yeah.
the big deal was they knew since Sunday these people were dead, and they
Yep.
waited until the whistleblower was speaking to
That-
announce
well, that's
everything.
That's what Posobiec is putting out. So.
Well, I've seen it from 2 or 3 other sources now.
Yeah, Posobiec was the first one, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I've seen more.
Yeah.
And I love it when Posobiec does something like that, and he doesn't, source anything or anything like that. Like, it's always just like,
No,
hey,
other
thank you.
people have had sources.
But actually, I think we now need to call him Tim Pool 2.0. So, if you didn't see, he did Tim Pool's show last night wearing a beanie.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't watch Tim Pool.
I don't watch Tim Pool either.
I don't either.
Same.
Well, it's not,
Who's Tim
not anymore.
Pool?
I don't.
Tim
That is
Pool.
the correct answer, Steve.
Yep. Tim Pool, aka the beanie.
Milk toast fence sitter.
That's never mind. We won't get into that.
I said the beanie. So yeah, there was that sub thing was very unfortunate. Where's that thing you sent me, Wookie?
Should be somewhere in the private chat. I'm gonna scroll up.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask you guys. So, would you rather implode or suffocate?
Implode is quick.
Implode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is burning to death.
Burning to death. That one you actually suffocate before you burn to death, from what I understand.
Still gonna hurt.
That's all the
It's
options.
still gonna hurt.
Well,
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Well, it hurts up to a certain point because then your
You
nerves
pass out
get
from the pain.
severed, and then your nerves are severed, so you
Yeah.
don't feel the thing.
Drowning
But
would
getting
be
to
the
that
word.
point. But it's
Drowning.
getting
would be
to
the
that
word.
point.
Drowning, you pass out in like 45 seconds.
That's why I don't go into the ocean. There's the fear of drowning, and there are things in
Sharks.
there that are yes.
Oh hell no! I want to go swimming with the sharks. Bring it
Fuck
on.
no. Fuck no. Fuck no. You all have
Fuck yeah,
a
let's do it.
fucking death wish. You have a
You have
death
fun
wish.
with that, Steve. You have fun with
No.
that.
I'll
Don't
fucking
you know
do it.
Megs are out there? There are Megs out there, man.
Hell no. And
All right,
Jason
so
Statham is trying to stop them,
I
but
sure
they're
as
coming
hell
back.
don't want to go. I'd rather go swimming with sharks than whales. Is all I'm saying.
I think this is a fair question. Burn or drown?
Ooh.
I think I'm going with drown.
I don't want to. No.
wanna do either,
I don't
but-
really want to put myself in either situation.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna burn because if I'm on fire, I'm gonna fucking find somebody close by and make them.
And just hug them.
Or you're burning. Wait, you're burning, and you try to find water, and you jump in and accidentally drown.
Damn.
That's
Way
a
to
horrible
fuck my whole life up,
Hurt
dude.
you.
Yeah, who hurt
I think, to think something like that.
Yep,
happened to
exactly.
you as a child?
Exactly this.
That don't matter. Nope.
Just a few seconds. No, you're not having it, Joker.
I do not go into the ocean. Never. I don't anymore. Nope.
See,
Nope. Nope.
my
Nope. Nope. Nope.
previous
I wish
line of
I
work-
wish I could find what I was saw earlier. Hold on. Let me
previous
see.
line of work,
Wait,
I
Ariel
caught on
Bar-
fire quite frequently.
All right. I'm leaving
No,
my
I was-
camera on from now on so you guys can watch my drink when I leave. I come back from the bathroom and the dog's like guzzling my fucking mixed drink.
No.
Yeah.
He's too young. He's got to be at least 3 before he's allowed to drink.
This
Just don't care.
the,
He's like, Dad smiles a lot when he does this. I want some.
I was
Stupid.
I went on a snorkel cruise the first time I went to Hawaii, and with my college friends, and we were asking the captain of the boat what we're gonna see, and he said, "You're gonna see your normal reef fish." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." He's like, you might see a moray eel." I'm like, "Okay, that's not so cool." And he said, "And if you're lucky, you'll see a shark." And I said, "No, if I'm lucky, I won't see a shark." and then he says, "Well, they're more afraid of you than you are of them." Nope, guaranteed.
Did you see the video of that guy getting eaten by
Yes.
a tiger shark?
Yeah.
Oh God!
I thought
He got eight. Like eight. They went over his head and got his shoulders.
Yep.
They later
God.
cut him out of his shark's belly.
Oh,
Nope.
I shared it in the private chat on the group chat. No,
I'm
you can't
trying
show
to
it on here.
find there. So I was just scrolling Twitter earlier today, and there was a video clip of a guy who's just walking out backwards from the ocean. And he's got something in his hand, and he further gets out. You see he's got a tail, and then he gets the whole thing out, and he's got a whole damn hammerhead shark that he just pulled out of the freaking ocean.
If you pay attention, he cuts the string. He caught it on a fishing pole. He walking on a pole, so he pulls it to shore, cuts the string, and it woggles back out. You notice he's picking the fishes up that were attached to the shark, throwing them back in the water.
Okay.
But it was an easy 6-foot hammerhead.
Nope.
Yeah, it was a good size, and that thing was strong. Like
The biggest my buddy's caught here is a 4.5-foot nurse shark.
Oh, nurses aren't.
Oh, so I guess
Keep
the Wall
buying
Street
it.
Journal.
They hurt.
That's from
The
shore.
Wall Street Journal reported that the U.S. Navy detection system heard the implosion of the Titan's submersible days ago,
Yeah.
hours after the
Monday.
craft had begun its
That
journey.
was the knocking.
Yep. No, the knocking was.
Well,
that
but they
was,
didn't
I
find the
think-
knocking
that
until
was-
later. Yeah, that could have been anything.
The knocking was Tuesday.
Jacob,
That's when they heard that.
yes. Jacob, absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I live in Florida, and I usually don't go above like waist deep.
I don't. Not even that.
Do not approach ponds.
Yeah, no pond. If it's standing water in Florida, you don't go to it.
Yeah,
Ask the kid in Disney.
many-
With
Right.
the posted "Do not swimming" sign.
Now, as scary as that was, I was at the Club Med in Cancun. I'm getting a tour of the resort, and there's the pool, nice. There's the white sand beaches, okay, cool. Then there's this ocean-fed lagoon, and there's people the water skiing in there, and I'm like, okay, that looks interesting. Something in the corner of my left eye in the water moves. I just turn. I turn to look. About 9 feet long and about 4 feet wide is a saltwater crocodile.
Oh, Jesus. There you go. There's the link to article on it.
And then I asked the guy
later
giving
that.
me the tour, I'm like, you go water skiing in there? And he's like, oh, yes. Oh, no. He's like, what's the problem? The problem, you have a dinosaur over there. Thing has not evolved in a few million years, and on your list of activities, death roll is not listed.
So I've been to the Everglades down here. I've been around some 12, 18 footers, and they will usually make enough noise they're there, so you will leave them alone. They'll slap their tail in the water, they'll growl, they'll make all kinds of noise before you even get close to them. Now, there have been people changing
used to
tires
golf
on the side of the highway that have disappeared and later found in gators.
When I used to golf pretty regularly, I mean, it was not uncommon to see a gator. Like I was at my parents, and they live on a golf course, and me and my dad were just golfing, and we hit a ball, and we're driving up towards. I'm like, oh, that's an 8-foot gator. We're just gonna ignore this hole. And I almost stepped on one once. It was like a 3-foot baby gator.
So privileged. You got to golf around gators.
I know. Well, that's what I got with my law degree. So.
So hold on, I wanted to go back to that. Where'd it go? Eric was asking about land sharks, and I haven't seen many land sharks, but there are far too many land whales.
Yes,
there are. Steve
Oh,
has
no.
a Rolodex full.
And they all have gender studies degrees.
Pull up that YouTube video I put in the private chat.
What do you got here?
Well, that's never a good thing.
Well, no, it's YouTube, so you can show it because it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
Hey, all these
yeah,
land
you-
sharks are, all these land whales are 10s
Hey,
out
look,
here.
there's fucking naked yoga on YouTube, and YouTube won't let me show that.
how do you know? Tried?
You haven't heard about that?
Uh-uh.
Just Google naked yoga.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Come on, you know it's saved in there. Come on.
Dude,
just
my
go-
client's house.
I do not
today,
watch porn on my computer.
Always your phone.
Always your phone.
I went to
All right,
my client's
I
house
can't buy
today,
another.
And there was a two-story
My
stripper
$1,700
pole with a
computer
camera.
is not $3,000. So no.
Hold on, give me a sec. I gotta
Oh yeah, that's old.
get on my audio.
Steve, you got to get on the internet more often, man. You're pulling up stuff from like a year ago.
I have a life Wookiee.
You take dumps, right?
But I usually don't hold my
I mean,
phone.
that's what I peruse 90% of the. Usually, if you see me post on Twitter, I'm sitting on a John.
Well, I'm not gonna answer this.
Well, okay, I
For the
can't
amount you
say,
post, I think you got a
unsubscribe.
problem, man.
I don't have a gallbladder.
Unsubscribed.
Okay.
I can't say I've seen this one, so we're gonna play it anyways.
And they do it pretty often.
Yeah, they do. And
How come I got no fucking
most
volume?
We got
It
it.
was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Hold
seen
on.
this. Yeah.
Australians say they've crossed a crocodile or two in their day, but they're not usually as brave as the person in this video. You might have seen it. He's scared off a croc using, frying pan.
Oh my gosh, the owner of a lodge got really close to the big guy wielding that
Oh, that's
frying
it?
pan.
Hey,
Some tourists
Yeah.
were trying to leave the lodge
have a
when the
better one
crocodile
where you
blocked
can
the
hear the
exit so they
pan
couldn't get
bang.
out. So the
Yeah.
croc opens up
The
his mouth,
pan's like,
shows off his big teeth. The
"Dong."
lodge owner says, I'm not having it. He uses his frying pan to shoo him away
that where he
back
lives?
towards the water, and he shooed him by hitting him in his
So
snout.
this went viral as a while.
Yeah,
as
because
a
you can't kill a
Florida
gator.
story.
Oh my
It's
God.
not, but for a
No.
while they were saying he was.
But it's a
Yeah.
crocodile.
I've heard otherwise.
Yeah. You can't. No, if it's going to bite you, yes. If it's laying in your yard, you're supposed to call.
Okay, because supposing there's a
They're calling,
certain
though.
there's a certain semi-large YouTuber who streams and he lives in Florida, and occasionally he has to leave the stream to handle such situations, and he says he shoots them.
He must have a permit and work for the state.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
can get a
that's-
contractor's license fairly easily, but an average person cannot kill a gator.
No. I'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was certain areas in Florida that you could.
No. It is still. They're not like hogs. Hogs, I can walk out my backyard and shoot a hog. And there's nothing ever said about it.
Don't you also need like permission to kill the pythons when they go on the
No,
python?
no.
hunt?
Pythons are free to kill just like hogs.
Okay.
So when I went to the python hunt is, you have to have a state preservation permit
Okay.
to hunt on the state preservation. You want to go this year?
No, I'm fine. I don't like snakes.
I am so.
We do
glad
most
I
of it from a truck.
I am so glad I live in the state where I live.
You have
Right.
scorpions. Shut up.
Scorpion,
We have,
snake.
copperheads and
I
cotton.
mean,
I don't see
I
it.
can see a
Sometimes-
15-foot snake. I can't see a 3-inch.
Sometimes Florida's
That's
a little
why-
bit like Australia light when it comes to these things.
That's why I have never had a problem with scorpions where I live now, because we have 30. What the fuck is a face hugger doing there? Jesus Christ.
I'm never going. If that's in Vegas, I'm never going there again.
No,
Shit.
because I've got about 30 chickens in my yard, and they eat scorpions.
So, Duke, the only face hugger here is Joker.
Twice.
No, we have copperheads and cottonmouths really bad.
Oh, you do. We got all kinds of shit down here. It's fun.
Lots
It's
of
fun living here.
And we have Gila
Sandhill
monsters.
cranes. Sandhill cranes are the greatest thing in the morning to wake you up and they fly by your fucking window. That's what they sound like.
We actually just got our
wonder
first
why your wife divorced you, Wookie.
alligator.
God damn.
Actually, a couple of weeks ago, it was in the lake here in Lake Wapapello. Yeah, that was. They found it in the lake. It was. They had to kill it. But yeah, they found one just like last week.
A face hugger?
No, an alligator.
I don't know. We got
somebody's
coyote
pet.
problems
That's
right now.
a lot of shit gets spread around because of pets. That's how
The
Florida
number one
got
pet sold
destroyed with boas and python.
Yeah, that's why we have our python hunts, because so many people bought them.
Yeah, number
And
one.
they
pet
lay
here
like
is
40 or
python.
50 live eggs at a time.
They sell them like nuts here. That and the mice form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you come down here in the wintertime, I bring a truck. You can just drive through like Key West and Miami and pick the iguanas up off the ground and put them in cages.
Oh,
and
it's
take
so
them back
funny
and
when they
sell
fall
them.
from the trees.
Yeah, they tell you if you see one fall out of the tree, do not pick it up. Do not put it in your car.
Yep. It's just mildly stunned.
Chameleons too. They just fall right out of the trees. Bloop.
See, I'd take a chameleon.
Not a wild one.
I don't give a shit.
You'd be walking around. I got a tongue stuck to my eyeball.
Are you speaking from
nothing
experience?
new? Nothing new.
No, I just know that you're not supposed to pick them up.
Okay.
I mean, I've had bearded dragons. I've handled iguanas. I've handled tarantulas. I had snakes. Not scared of any of that shit.
Tarantulas aren't that big of a deal. I used to live in a place where they were just everywhere.
I catch scorpions by their tails. To fuck with everybody on the job site.
Save me like 10 of them and I'll mail them to Joker.
All right, cool.
Go fuck
Joker,
yourself.
He
Joker
can feed them to
doesn't
his
help with
chickens.
Scorpions.
I remember JT showed that clip and you're like, oh,
Nope.
Chris, were you there when I got stung by the scorpion?
Jacob.
Dude, so we have this van that comes into work and it's
that's great.
Goat yoga. They do yoga and they let
Yeah.
goats climb on you at the same time.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Go fuck yourself.
And it's like
They're in the
something
downward
Judd. They
dog.
named the goats after Sheriff Judd down here.
Oh, Grady Judd.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who had to go do that for like a work outing. That was so funny.
God, you software guys. So soft.
Oh, that was with the curriculum company.
Dude, our
So
last
where's that
company
thing?
outing,
I wanted
we went
to-
through
I wanted-
accidents.
So Static, you need to do a TikTok video. This is my day working in tech. Like, I get out of bed, I make a cup of coffee. Hold on, I'll be right back. 38 seconds later.
I would say the scenery won't change a whole lot for that video.
You could be like, I cooked my own goddamn breakfast.
He's all wearing a collared t-shirt and underwear.
Yeah. With stains in it, brown stains all in it in the front. That'd be fine. 38 seconds later. 38 seconds later. Send it to Gundam. You won't do it.
So let's take a look at this random ass video that Wookie was looking at.
Oh yeah.
Is there audio on this?
Yes.
Oh, I seen
Pretty
this
sure.
earlier.
Oh, there's son of a that was like
Somebody's in some deep
That
shit.
kid watch way too much YouTube.
So I made a comment on this on TikTok. I made a comment on TikTok for this. I said, "Are the kids dead? When's the funeral?" They actually gave me a strike for it, saying, "I was
Oh
like,
my
kids I can show you. Yeah, I can show you the community strike. I get a couple more strikes. I'm out of
Dude,
TikTok.
hey,
I'm like,
she's
whatever.
not in bad shape. Look at her arms.
No, I'm just
no. This is
What did they blast her with?
I don't know. It's
It looks like a cream.
yeah, like whipped cream or something. Pow!
I want to know what he did to do.
Dude, all right. So if you came home, we're all guys here. If you came home as the father that day, and your wife said that your son did this, would you beat his ass? And if you did, would you be trying not to laugh the whole time you did it?
My question is,
I would ask for the video.
That would totally be. That would totally be. Yes, dear. Of course, that was completely wrong. I will punish him now. Come to your room, son. Good job, kid.
And then like, okay, so I'm just going to hit my hand a lot, and you're going to scream as I'm going. See, I'm spanking him. Scream louder. Scream louder. Good job. Good job.
I want to know if she's
hilarious. That's a fire extinguisher, Boosh, because most household fire extinguishers are dry powder.
Right.
That's whipped cream.
Yeah, and like I was kind of like playing it, like you can kind of see.
But that's a good blast.
That's a
like,
good
yeah,
blast.
that's set
That
up.
looks like a fire
everywhere.
extinguisher, though. Fire extinguisher getting hit in the face should be fucking hurting.
Yeah,
It may have been. It may have been. Just look how white
He's
she
in
is.
Pure rage blasting too.
Well, look at the shelf behind it. It's almost like nothing hit those baskets.
Yeah.
Now here's the other question. Wait, here's the real question.
No.
Is this real?
Oh, she
Or
got
is this
hit with
staged?
something. She dropped a lot of coffee in the floor.
So this is real.
yes.
He barely even did anything. Well,
But is it staged? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe it's staged. It could be staged.
that's a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
Let's
Maybe it's a bunch
listen
of
to it.
cups.
Let's listen to it because she she sounds
well,
legitimately bothered.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so the more I look at it, that looks staged.
Yeah.
It does.
Like we have like a woman can't.
Is
fix-
it?
Stop playing it. It was funnier before we found that out.
Yeah, now we're going all CSI Miami on this shit. We're just trying to determine if it's real or
This
not.
is going to start
All
a
right,
trend. There's
but
going to
no,
be like 10 of these videos tomorrow.
Well, and then did the blast pattern actually hit the wall or not? What's the?
Yeah, I don't see any spatter on the wall.
I don't think that's staged.
And plus that kid like barely engages his mom. It's like boo and run.
Yeah, but she's probably, dude. I know people. I can walk up behind them and be like, "Hey, did you look at this car?" They're like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
Every time. It's
work,
been going on for 5 years. So
I work with some people like that. They're really freaking jumpy. I'll just be with all the stuff that I have to carry around, and they can hear me coming a mile away, and I just go, "Hey, how's it going?" Whoa, where'd you come from? I'm like, "What the hell?"
yeah, I mean, it's
How do you
called
not notice
situational awareness, and not a lot of people have it.
I'd say it's staged because if that kid was actually like improvising, like doing it, he would have ran upstairs and not around the stairs.
Well,
get
no,
away
he
from
ran
his
towards
mom
where
so
there's
she
an
didn't beat
exit,
his
not
ass.
a place where there's not an exit. That's how you don't go to jail.
I've seen horror movies. You go upstairs.
No, well, this isn't a horror movie. This is a smart kid.
Well, this is
So
a kid with apparently with
I
a plan because
I agree with
plan this
I agree
out.
with Boosh here. I don't think this was staged because those screams seem pretty damn authentic. And yeah, like Dempsey was saying, definite scream queen audition. Like,
So now you know what I was dying at earlier in the stream.
Jeez.
No, what the hell are you sending me, acid?
I don't. So Ariel thinks she wouldn't have screamed if it wasn't staged, and she would have been. I don't know. I think that might depend on the people.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
I was gonna say that would.
Hey, post that in the fucking chat.
Now
That's
the question
gonna
I
be good.
do have is,
I got
what
it right
the
here.
fuck? Oh, why won't it do it? Oh, fucking Twitter and their.
Oh, he already put it. He already put it in the chat.
No, like she's coming home with that. That's a shit ton of coffee to come home with. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd date her, but she's
Yeah,
getting
how many
Starbucks.
people are in the house that need that many coffees?
Yeah, that kid doesn't need any coffee.
You guys are overthinking this. It is just a good laugh.
No, damn it! We
And
must
that kid probably
analyze
got
the
his
laugh.
ass whooped over this.
This is what happens when you put a bunch of YouTube nerds on a fucking stream watching videos.
Well, and when you see
Well,
someone,
we're gonna just
No,
We're in a
she
fucking
had
EFAP
5
this thing.
Starbucks coffee. She's not beating anybody. She's gonna be like, "You're such a bad kid. You're going on HRT tomorrow." I want a little girl.
I just want to say I think Ricky Berwick is one of the funniest people on Twitter. He's
Yeah.
he hasn't been putting out much recently, but Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you doing, Rick? Playing with our lives.
When you said you wanted an ocean view, you didn't think you were going to get the whole ocean, did you?
Nice.
What are you doing? Playing with our lives.
Ricky's been really busy lately with he's got what's that girl's name? Michi or whatever her name is. That
Yeah, I think he's been working on
yeah, they've been like working together now, and she's doing more collabs with him.
I think he's working on being able to do more stuff.
Yeah, my favorite was I was watching him on, I think it was Twitch.
Sushi
And he's strolling through the mall, and he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're Ricky Berwick. Everybody looks at you.
He was I remember when he first came out, was he was the eating the Cheetos or whatever. It was really
Well, he was doing like unboxings and shit.
Great guy though. I mean, he's
with
really
a giant fucking knife.
Yeah. So he'll stream when he goes to Walmart or whatever occasionally, and so many people will just come up to him and get his autograph and stuff.
He got banned on Twitch. He humped this Garfield for 50 subs or something like that. He goes, they tweet, he goes, well worth it.
I'll be back in 3 days, guys. I'm gonna take 3 days off.
His friend, the one he's with Sushi Moo. Yeah, I mean, she's just as demonic as he is. I mean, she's got a disability also. I mean, they just together just cringe.
Yeah, they put some good stuff. They put out some good stuff. I like Ricky Berwick. Before Steve got on Twitter, which I don't think he even uses it, but I would always send him Ricky Berwick stuff.
So Steve, the only thing Steve sends is Instagram messages, and I'm like, no one here uses fucking Instagram, Steve.
I have an Instagram, I think, somewhere.
Well, that's a lie because clearly I do.
Yeah, you're not even here.
But, yeah, you're barely here. So, all right, guys. So we're at 2 hours and 7 minutes. Let's do some wrap ups here. Fractured. What you got going on this week?
Oh, not a whole lot in particular. Of course, the usual Saturday night Sith, 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Be there, be square. I'm still waiting to hear from Hitman on what's going to be going on with him. So I'll be still figuring that out. Otherwise, you can find me Fractured Filter over on Kick, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter. That's where I usually spend a majority of my time, sadly. But otherwise, yeah, just keep an eye out. Hopefully, I'll be getting some more gaming streams. Oh God, Wookie, what are you doing?
Me and Joker having a joke in the backside.
So
Bradley,
that's all for me.
Bradley, you got anything coming up this week?
I'm going to try to do my Secret Invasion review. I've got back into Star Trek, so I'm going to get a little pain there. And then emotionally steel myself for next week for Indiana Jones and the Intersectional Feminism.
Ooh.
Oh, that's next week?
Yeah.
I have to buy more booze.
And Fractured,
I cannot buy.
Fractured,
I thought it was stocked. No way.
So, Fractured, what do you have going on this next week?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm making up for last week since I skipped you.
Oh!
You have to do some fucking static ass and 2 intros next week.
You missed me last week, missed Acid this week. He's on a roll. So, Wookie, you're probably next on the list.
To be fair.
No, you know what the funny thing is, too? The funny thing is, last week, I was going to dip out quietly. And at that point, you were then like, oh, we're going to wrap up. I'm like, okay, I'll now stick around. And then it was like, oh, that's cool. I still bounced anyway. So. But for an extra plug, I have put out some shorts of last week's Saturday Night Sith. So if you don't want to watch the full show, there is that. But hey, always check us full show.
Wookie, what have you got coming up?
So tomorrow I will be on the Bootleg MFer with Jed and Static and Red Shirt and a few other people. Other than that, I'll be on Sunday. Saturday I will be on with Acid. We're on Rumble, and we're gonna talk about changing platforms, going from Rumble to YouTube or Twitch, however you want to play it. the differences in the programs and how it works out. I'm pretty sure that's going to go. I do have a list of the top 100 platformers in case that's what he was talking about. But that was like a Discord thing. I'm like, you talking about like jumping in Destiny or what? But yeah, so I got that going on, and Sunday we're going to have Joker on, evidently. Bradley is welcome to join us if he wants to too, to talk about Secret Invasion and show his stuff. He always has an open invite. I always just say, hey, send me one. But other than that, I'm trying to come up with a video, but right now I am disillusioned into what I want to do. Maybe after I watch Secret Invasion, I'll have some inspiration to do something.
No, you'll have more disillusionment.
But other than that, I will probably stream me playing Diablo 4. So that's what I got. Oh, and go check out everybody here on this panel except for Steve, because he didn't have a YouTube channel or a Rumble channel. Saturday Night Sith, that will be in the chat. And
I'll be in Sunday.
And if you want to talk about some of this crazy shit coming out with Star Wars, let me know.
Oh, yeah, I will.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Acid, what do you got coming up?
As a future TV evangelist, I need donations as possible.
10% of your income.
I need you to plant a seed to help.
You are
help
healed.
me help you. So
Be careful you ask for that
this
seed
week with Wookiee and Pet This, weird because Pet has been in multiple platforms, so has Wookiee. I have also, and what I'm seeing from Twitch, Twitch CEO has been on several times the past couple of weeks. So has his lackeys. Kick has been talking about a few things. It's just not just QXQC. I mean, it's going all around. There's been Amaranth and Pokimane have been getting into it. You know, so did Valkyrie. There's all kinds of gossip going on. But we're going to talk about platform changing, what the benefits are, what we're seeing, what's going to change. Is it going to be another mixer? Is it going to be something different? So
I'm crossing Super Mario Brothers off my list right now.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'll be Saturday. We'll have a post up by tomorrow.
Steve, are you doing anything this week? No? Okay. Joker.
Absolutely. Actually, next week, I'm going to be streaming from Lake Havasu in a badass house because I'm going on vacation for a week because fuck work.
Nice.
Oh, next week is the 4th of July.
Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I'm going to go see some titties. I'm going to go see some titties on Lake Havasu, dude. That's why I'm going.
Have a brew. Have a screw. Yeah.
No, he's drinking.
Well, I'm a construction worker. I'm a construction worker. I usually like to screw, nut, bolt.
He said he was going on a vacation.
Yeah,
I mean, he's on permanent vacation. His brain's not there.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, he said he's going on vacation. I was like, who's he going with?
A nerdy librarian chick.
Whoever he picks up on the side of the street.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever Tinder brings.
So Lord knows
Whoever
what
puts
the
this
after
on
stream
out,
is
that's
going to
it.
look like.
Hey,
Is that where you're going with your hand? I'm just asking. You know,
guys, we got to get out of here. We got someone who's trying to go, and I want him to plug his stuff because he's got great things to say. Joker, what have you got coming up?
Tomorrow morning will be my review of episode 1 of Secret Invasion. If you think it's bad, it's worse. Just letting you know. Friday night, tomorrow night, I will be on Legion Talk. I will be simulcasting from there as well, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, talking about the week in pop culture. Sunday with this guy right up here, talking a lot of stupid shit in Hollywood. And then check out my merch. Check out the merch store, my regular merch store. That shit right there. And then I sent you the other link, Static, for my new fundraiser going through July 15th. 100% of those sales are going to the Stuttering Foundation. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I got that one added to the description when I saw you put that in the private chat. So, everyone, Joker, thank you for joining us. Everyone, thank you for watching.
My pleasure.
Duke.
For me, I've got I'll be
No one
on
cares.
I'll be on Wookiees, and I'll be all over the place. You can find me. I'll be on Jed's channel. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time,
toodles.
Have a good one.
Peace.